The weather. The pulse of our planet.
Large tornado in progress.
Capable of catastrophic destruction.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Leaving landscapes in total ruin.
Totally mash up, everything flattened.
As global temperatures rise, the weather is spiraling out of control.
Oh, shoot!
With shocking up-close footage.
We had 24-foot dumpsters rolling by.
Oh, shoot! I'm losing it. My trailer's going.
From the front line of fear.
This might be the last time I'm in my house.
Tornado!
I got sucked out feet first. Felt myself hit the ground.
Our island is in trouble.
We meet the people who have stared death in the face.
Oh, dear God.
All I could hear was run, run, run.
And miraculously survived.
Look at that!
The world's deadliest weather. Coming up. Flash floods rip through North Carolina after the storm of the century, Hurricane Helene.
Please, don't hit me.
Leaving communities devastated by the deluge.
It's all gone.
This is it. We're finished.
In Washington state, firefighters desperately grapple with ferocious flames.
Got multiple structures on 10th and Clear Lake Road.
But they're fighting a losing battle.
Looked like a nuclear bomb had gone off. The landscape was totally black.
A disastrous derecho destroys downtown Houston, showering residents with glass and debris.
I definitely thought, man, this might be it for me.
And a dramatic river rescue in North Carolina as a house is washed away, with the occupants still trapped inside.
I thought that if I didn't jump in, she would die.
Oh my God.
The Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, USA, are the jewel in the state's crown. Nearly 1,000 kilometers of dramatic, lush peaks. Their base surrounded by unique towns and villages that bask in the area's natural beauty. But in the fall of 2024, Hurricane Helene dumps monumental amounts of rainfall onto the mountain range, causing a series of devastating landslides.
Whoa!
And floods that put the homes, towns, and lives of the population in peril.
Oh, damn! I'm losing it. My trailer's going.
September 25th, 2024. Satellite images are leading experts to declare a hurricane is forming over the Caribbean Sea, moving northwest across the Gulf of Mexico. They call it Hurricane Helene.
Unusually warm sea surface temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico set the stage for the intensification of Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene struck the Big Bend area of Florida as a Category 4 hurricane. It's the strongest hurricane in living memory to strike this area of the coastline.
11 p.m., Thursday, September 26th. Helene makes landfall on the Florida coast, with wind speeds of 225 kilometers per hour. The storm causes major damage and flooding to the area, with 1.2 million people losing power.
There went the power.
And storm surges of up to 4.5 meters. Around 20 people lose their lives in the onslaught on Florida. But Helene is far from finished. The hurricane begins traveling north towards the mountains of North Carolina, 400 kilometers inland.
As it tracked towards the Carolinas and moved over a more mountainous area, the amount of rain that fell, particularly across the western side of North Carolina, was up to 30 inches over a 3-day period. When you see rain push in from a certain area and it's forced upwards because there's a mountain range or a hillside, because of the forced uplift, it can actually produce more water which flows down the other side, and you can get flooding across low-lying areas, and sometimes that does coincide with populated areas such as towns and villages.
Nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, right next to the picturesque French Broad River, lies the town of Marshall, home to business owner Josh Kopus.
I own a restaurant right on the river. It's really the river, the railroad, and then the town, and then a big mountain. The river is kind of one of the things that makes the town so special.
The residents of Marshall are well aware that Helene is wreaking havoc on the state of Florida, and that it's heading their way.
We took all the equipment in the restaurant and raised it up. We were sandbagging doors, just doing everything that we could to prepare. And everything that we did was futile. It was pointless.
The following morning, September 27th, Hurricane Helene begins her assault on the state.
The amount of rain that we got overnight here wasn't that bad. Like, I was like, we got this. Like, we'll be fine.
Here's the current state of the French Broad River. It has not come over the tracks yet.
Around 50 kilometers southeast of Marshall is Swannanoa, a settlement next to the river of the same name. Living in a trailer owned by his boss, right next to the water, is Benjamin Larrabee.
When we woke up in the morning, it was already flooded. It was just a little tiny, just some little flooding. I didn't think it was super serious. You could see it kind of on the edge of the trailer, kind of floating down, so I knew there was some water coming up from higher up, and I was like, well, no, it is definitely flooding. But then when it came about 7:15, 7:30, there you couldn't see any of the ground. I mean, it was already up to almost your knees. And I called my boss and I just was like, hey, just so you know, the water is already up to the tires on the truck. You need to figure out, if you were going in your trailer or if you were going to someone else's trailer or what you were doing, because after that, the rapids just started getting too strong where you couldn't even walk around. And then the water had gotten up to my steps and it was covering my car. And I'm still thinking there's no way it's gonna reach all the way up here. There's just no way. And then all of a sudden another step was covered, and then another step got covered. That water rose so fast, it was like unbelievable.
Now the water is rapidly rising in Marshall too.
Thoughts and prayers, y'all.
At 9:30, the water started coming over the railroad tracks.
We got some boys just canoeing down the streets of Marshall right now.
And then within an hour, by 10:30, we lost Main Street.
And the destruction is unbelievable.
There was 5 feet of water coming down the main street.
Out of the building.
We got this to, oh man, dude, we do not have this.
The Spokane area in Washington state, in the northwest corner of the USA, has plains and prairies to the south and coniferous forests to the north. But on August 18, 2023, sweltering temperatures lead to a catastrophic wildfire.
Got multiple structures on 10th and Clear Lake Road.
Sparking a mass evacuation as the blaze engulfs everything in its path.
This is a problem with wildfires. With other types of storms, you can see them coming, you can see them forecast. With wildfires, we can tell that conditions are favorable for them to form, but from the time a spark ignites a fire till it's on a populated area, it can be a matter of minutes before people are in harm's way.
Mike and Stephanie Zappone enjoy living in the small town of Medical Lake, southwest of Spokane City.
A lot of wooded areas, a lot of neighborhoods that really are surrounded by a lot of trees, homey-like. So a very close-knit community. That particular day was a Friday. I decided to take the day off. He was going to drop me off at my mom's house. He was going to drive up north to get the grandchildren. Mike had mentioned, as we were driving into the back roads, he noticed a plume of smoke in the distance. Oh, there's a fire out by the farmland. It wasn't extremely alarming at that point.
On duty that day is Fire Captain Dwayne Hughes, a service veteran of 41 years. He's leading a team in the Spokane Valley Fire Department.
We have what's called red flag warnings, and these are days where we are on heightened alert for these kinds of events. The fire initially was mainly in wheat stubble. The wind was blowing everything away from the city. There were only a very few structures that were threatened. However, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the wind just turned 180 degrees and pushed back toward where everybody was living. It was 100+ degrees. The wind was 50-mile-an-hour gusts, so that promoted rapid development.
Mike, now on his way back to Stephanie, can see more and more smoke on the horizon.
I called Stephanie because I knew she was closer to the home than I was, and we both started going home. I was at least 15 minutes behind her.
I could see a lot of dark smoke in the sky in that area. It looked hazy. But it wasn't until I pulled right into our town that I could just see that it was a bedlam. The trees in the backyard were an inferno. I mean, all of them were just burning bright ember orange. My heart was racing. I could hear sirens. I know I needed to drive out of the neighborhood.
Got multiple structures on 10th and Clear Lake Road.
Emergency services issue a level 3 evacuation order, the most urgent kind.
We do have some level 3 evacuees that are getting out.
Instructing thousands of residents to leave the area immediately and without delay. As they flee, Dwayne and his colleagues stay at the heart of the rapidly advancing inferno.
We positioned our apparatus at homes that were in imminent danger, and what we try to do is steer the fire around the homes so that we could save them. And then we leapfrog to the next home. Probably the worst fire I've ever seen.
4 tenders, 3 engines, 2 attacks of an ambulance here.
All the neighboring jurisdictions, they're sending engines to help tankers, helicopters to drop water and retardant on the areas.
County helicopter is inbound.
As Dwayne continues to battle the flames at the scene, he receives the worst possible news.
My supervisors realized that my house had actually been involved in the fire. They got me some relief so I could go back in and take care of my wife and to see how my house fared.
Back in North Carolina, rainfall from Hurricane Helene is bringing catastrophic flooding to towns like Marshall on the French Broad River.
This is downtown Marshall.
There was like 5 feet of water coming down the main street.
Floating out of the building.
That hit me hard because, you know, those are my friends' buildings and my friends' homes and their businesses. It's just shock.
At Benjamin Larrabee's trailer in nearby Swannanoa, the situation is worsening, and fast.
I was like, okay, well, now I'm starting to get a little worried, you know? So then I kept touching base with my boss, and he's like, well, can you go stay with someone else on higher ground? And I'm like, well, the water's already 4.5 feet. You know, there's no way I can walk around in rapids. You know, these are rapids now. And I said, well, we're gonna get flooded. So I started picking up all the stuff off the floor. And as I was picking everything up, something hit the kind of the backside of my trailer, and I was in my bedroom, and it punctured a hole in the wall. Just started rushing water in.
And this is the trailer right now. Oh boy. This is nuts. I ain't never seen something like this.
You know, the sound of the rushing water was just immense. It was really loud.
It's outside my door.
60 kilometers southeast of Swannanoa, along the Broad River, is the town of Chimney Rock. Home to innkeeper Teresa Cothran and her husband Glenn. Their hotel sits on one side of the river, their home on the other.
People come from all around the world to visit here. This area is just an amazing place. We came here and I actually fell in love with it. We did know it was going to be a big storm. We were preparing, but nobody could ever imagine what happened. It was just crazy. We were up for probably about an hour. We were looking at the river, and all of a sudden, it just started like getting higher and higher. And by 9 o'clock, it was like bashing up against the side of the house. I couldn't even really grasp what was happening. And within a matter of maybe 15 minutes, it rose to the bottom of the sliding glass door on the second floor. It just was like a wall of water. It was coming down so fast. There were vehicles, there were houses in the water. I was just terrified. My husband was like, we need to get out of here now.
Oh, catch here, catch here.
We took the cat and the dog and we got in the truck and we watched from there.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden we heard this big just ripping and saw the deck was just getting ripped off the back of the house. It was like being in a nightmare.
And in Swannanoa, Ben is still holding tight in his trailer as the water rages across the lot.
So all of a sudden, it was like a horror movie, man.
That's a damn tractor trailer truck.
And that's when I saw tractor trailers just coming around the corner and just rolling.
Don't hit me, please. Oh, look, all the cars moving. All of them are moving. Oh, here comes another one.
We had 24-foot dumpsters rolling by my trailer, you know, wiped out my deck.
Oh, damn. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I'm losing it. My trailer's going.
There was a big crashing noise and the whole trailer moved, and the water was getting high enough where I had to make a decision whether or not I was actually gonna jump. So I ended up having to call my mom, my stepdad, and I was just like, hey, I just want you guys to know that it's very serious.
Oh, man. Oh, this is scary, guys.
I'm just trying to say that, you know, I don't know, I love you, whatever, you know. And unfortunately, this is the kind of stuff people don't live through. You know what I mean? If I have to jump in the river, you know, chances of survival are very, very slim.
Oh, damn. Holy moly.
Houston is the most populated city in the state of Texas in the US, known around the world for its groundbreaking space exploration. But in the spring of 2024, Houston has a problem. A sudden, devastating storm known as a derecho smashes through the city, bringing winds of up to 160 kilometers per hour and devastating the cars, buildings, and people in its path.
Derechos are common in the United States. They're basically a line of thunderstorms, almost like a chain of storms that move together bodily. They can generate some really strong winds, torrential rain, lightning, and large hail also. It goes dark during a derecho because of the depth of the cloud, really tall clouds, so simply blocking out the sun. It's the very nature of them forming in this line that can also create really strong change of wind direction that can gust up suddenly.
May 16th, 2024. Lawyer Michael Lombardino is driving home from work when he receives a call from his wife.
Hey, I don't think you should be on the road. Broken trees everywhere, like what if debris comes hit?
She was breaking up and saying how she just got out of the storm and it was horrible.
What should I do? I'm in the car right now. I'm already on my way.
That's why when I call you, you need to answer the phone. I would have told you it's really bad. Don't get on the road.
And I was thinking, well, should I go back? Is it really that bad? Should I go back? By the time I thought that I should go back, I couldn't go back. Because I couldn't see anything. I stopped for a second behind a Suburban. It was shaking. My car was shaking. I felt like that car was about to blow away. There was a car that was reversing over a woman. And that just tells you how chaotic it all was, and no one knew what to do. I need to get out of this line of wind and rain. So my thinking was, why don't I just park by a big, tall building? That'll block the rain and that'll block the wind. And as it turns out, that was the worst place to be. That was actually like ground zero. The wind was so strong, it whipped around the building and it created a huge vacuum. The back windshield of the car in front of me blew out. Well, there were like trees flying around. And I felt like the best thing to do was to hunker down.
Hiding under my coat just in case glass breaks.
I don't know what glass flying 100 miles an hour does. There are people bleeding in the streets and people walking just like a rainstorm of glass. It's almost like a zombie movie. You can see a person just clearly injured and bleeding. I don't know that I thought, is the world ending? But I definitely thought, man, this might be it for me. It was terrifying. It was just like silent, praying to myself to let me see my kids again, to let me see my wife again.
All 4 windows are cracked. It's not water, they're cracked. This is my window.
You know, I saw cars driving around me with their windows all blown out, and I'm like, God, I hope people in those cars are okay.
You can see this car next to me, their back window's blown out. This car in front of me looks totaled.
The Houston derecho brought winds of up to 160 kilometers per hour and caused extensive damage to the city's buildings and structures. Tragically, 8 people lost their lives in the storm, said to have been the worst in 25 years. Michael is grateful to have escaped unharmed.
This is the glass on the outside.
When I finally got home, I gave my wife a huge hug, huge kiss. I kissed my baby girls.
That's debris that hit the car.
And it was just a real sense of relief. It really made me appreciate the loved ones that I have even more.
In North Carolina, Hurricane Helene is bringing major flash flooding to the state. And the situation in Swannanoa
Holy moly!
is reaching crisis point for Benjamin Larrabee.
And I've already called 911, and there's nothing they can do.
That water rose so fast, it was like unbelievable.
Oh, man. Oh, this is scary, guys.
I had to make a decision whether or not I was actually gonna jump.
Oh.
There's just so many things that would be in the water that would just be a danger that, I mean, the chances of survival were very slim.
In Marshall, the whole town is being destroyed by the floodwater.
Total loss.
I climbed up onto a roof, and that whole part of the town was gone.
All those buildings that used to be there, the depot, Ponder's Auto, it's all gone.
I mean, I remember being like, we're done. Like, this is it. Like, we can't come back from this. We're finished.
The level of destruction is unreal.
Back in Chimney Rock, Teresa, Glenn, and their pets are escaping their home. But they're stunned by what is happening to their town.
The bridge is gone. We stopped here.
We saw houses floating down the river. We saw cars, refrigerators, everything you can imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Lots and lots of rubbish just coming down the river, constant. It would build up against the bridges, and finally, I guess the water was just so strong, it broke the bridges, and they would just pile up on the next bridge, and then that would break, and I think the last bridge, it just wiped it off the earth.
"200 kilometers upstate from Chimney Rock is Grassy Creek. Leslie Worth and her husband, Phil, have a house on the North Fork of the New River.
We have lived in Grassy Creek together since 1992.
It was just that private and beautiful. There was no reason to go travel. We had the river, we had our garden, we had our shade trees. It was lovely.
But the day of Helene's flash flooding changes everything.
It was early afternoon before the river started getting close to the house.
We got our dogs out, and I went back upstairs, and by the time I came back out, debris had taken the steps to the house, and that was the only way out for me.
With the steps to the house gone, Leslie has no way out and no idea what to do next.
Oh my God.
A wedding party on the opposite riverbank are filming as the river rises up around the house, with Leslie still inside.
That's a house. Oh no. Oh.
I was really getting scared. We knew this was very serious.
Oh, there it goes!
I felt hopeless that I couldn't get to her and couldn't get her out of the house.
Extreme flash flooding in mountainous areas can often lead to deadly landslides, unleashing unstoppable torrents of mud and rock, swallowing roads, homes, and even lives in an instant. During this sudden landslide at the entrance to Chao Ching Park, east of Keelung City in Taiwan, tons of trees, rocks, and mud smash violently into vehicles, toppling trucks and catapulting cars. Dashcam footage captures the moment half the hillside collapses into the road, completely burying everything on it. Residents rush to rescue those they could, while others can only stare helplessly at the mass of rubble left at the landslide's wake. Remarkably, everyone involved escaped with their lives, and just 2 people suffered minor injuries. Heavy rain in the Anna-Nagar area of East Delhi in India has created chaos along this riverbank, as the earth beneath it has collapsed, causing thousands of gallons of water to pour into the gaping hole left behind. As onlookers shout to warn others, even more ground falls away, until the entire building crumbles and disappears into the torrent below. No one was injured in the incident, but it's a stark reminder that the ground beneath us isn't always as solid as it seems. Back in North Carolina, as flash floods from Hurricane Helene continue to tear apart towns and villages around the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Oh, damn! I'm losing it. My trailer's going.
Resident Leslie Worth is trapped in her home as the torrent rages around her.
That's a house. Oh, no. Oh, no. Debris had taken the steps to the house, and that was the only way out for me. Oh, my God.
Along with Leslie's husband, Phil, members of a nearby wedding party are watching on in horror from the riverbank.
Oh, she's there.
Including father of the groom, Eddie Hunnell.
The water was probably 10 feet deep at the house up to the 2nd floor. And we knew that if the house started moving, it was going to come completely apart, and we didn't want her trapped in it. I yelled to her.
Eddie and Phil told me if the house moves or you feel like it's going down, jump out the window.
Oh, no. That's another house.
And then another house hit our house.
Oh, it hit the house.
It went around the house after it hit it, but all of a sudden it started moving.
Oh, there, John! John!
There was a lot of panic, people screaming.
John!
Went about 30 feet and it hit a bunch of big trees that were just downstream of it. And those trees stopped it, but at the same time, the house started sinking on the upstream side. And the back wall came off.
I never felt the house actually move, but it was just like all of a sudden a dam broke and there was more water, and it was quick.
Are you there?
I just climbed over the furniture and jumped out the window.
Where?
When I got out into the water, took my breath a little bit, it was chilly.
Oh my God. Wait, she's here?
And with everything floating, that is pretty scary.
And I couldn't see her, but I heard the people behind me yell, "She's in the water."
She's in the water right there.
Eddie tried to reach her in the canoe from below the house.
I wasn't quite able to canoe far enough up, so we gave up on that.
It was really hard. I got pretty short of breath trying to swim.
Phil started trying to get to her by wading to her.
And I still couldn't see her.
I was just thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to help her without jumping in that water.
But I heard Eddie jump in.
Oh my God.
Back in the Medical Lake area of Washington State, hot, dry weather and strong winds mean a terrifying wildfire is sweeping across town, consuming everything in its path. Fire Captain Dwayne Hughes and his crew are battling to get the blaze under control.
4 tenders, 3 engines, 2 attacks, and an ambulance here.
Now, Dwayne has received the news that the home he shares with his wife may also have been engulfed by the fire.
When that fire first came out, it didn't even cross my mind that it would be coming towards our house.
Not down already.
So we proceeded to drive towards our house, but on the way we came upon 6 or more houses that we could save. So we spent the next 4 hours fighting those fires. We were able to at least save their memories. So that was first and foremost on our minds. When you know you have a specific job to do, you can't really let your personal feelings get into that.
Having been forced to evacuate their home, Mike and Stephanie Zappone are astonished at the pace of the fire.
I've never seen a fire actually move like that before. It was moving so fast, the firefighters couldn't get a grip on it. They were just trying to stop forward progress.
Dwayne and the rest of the fire crew continue to battle through the night.
We gotta cut this off before it runs up to the next road and threatens a bunch more structures.
As flames spread across fields adjacent to the I-90 highway on the outskirts of town.
The wind has calmed down.
And the tower calm.
Backing fire, I'm happy with it.
Eventually, they begin to get the fire under control. In the light of day, Dwayne finally makes the drive back towards his home, and the extent of the damage caused by the fire is devastatingly apparent.
It looked like a nuclear bomb had gone off. I mean, it was just, houses were missing. Trees looked like burnt matchsticks, the ones that were left. The landscape was totally black. I had a gut feeling that the fate of my house had already been secured. It was emotional, you know, just seeing all the devastation. It was a pile of rubble. We had a metal roof on our house, and that metal had just settled down on top of the foundation, and that was the only thing that was left. That was quite devastating.
There she was.
Mike and Stephanie also returned to their home with their son, Zach.
You're just speechless. You don't recognize anything. I mean, it burned to the ground.
Our house was our childhood home. This is where we grew up, and just shocked that it was all gone and that there was nothing left.
That's it. The only thing we really found was I had a bowling ring that I bowled a 300 game with.
Isn't that something we found it?
Wow.
Well, you'll keep that.
But seeing the smoldering and walking through the rubble and picking up little bits and pieces, it was very difficult.
The fire destroyed nearly 200 homes and burned around 10,000 acres of woodland. But the people of Medical Lake banded together to support those who had lost everything.
People were offering up their trailers, their campers, clothes, food.
The community really did come together, and it does your heart good to see the rebuilding.
It's given me a great appreciation for just the things that I have, the support that we have.
Made me respect fire a whole lot more. I guess, you know, doing the job that I've been doing, you kind of think you can somewhat control it, but I found out you don't have any control at all.
As Hurricane Helene brings raging flash floods to North Carolina. Leslie Worth is struggling to swim in the freezing, debris-filled deluge after jumping from her home as it was ripped from its foundations.
It was really hard. I got pretty short of breath. I didn't make much progress.
Eddie Hunnell, in the area for his son's wedding rehearsal,
Oh my God.
is dangerously risking his life to rescue her.
I thought that if I didn't jump in, she would drown, and that's what drove me to jump in.
He's in there too.
Eddie was coming at me as hard as he could against all that current. Amazing strength and will.
Current was pretty fast, but I was swimming perpendicular to it, so I wasn't trying to fight the current.
Oh, we got it.
So I got to her, and I got a hold of her back of her life vest.
We got it.
He said, I got you. And he said, I just want you to listen, to do what I tell you.
At that point, we were in the fastest part of the current. So I just said, you know, hang on and kick. The biggest concern I had was all of the debris in the water and also that house. I was worried that any second it was going to come past those trees in a lot of big pieces and hit us.
Where's the rope? Where is the rope?
As we got closer to the shore, I kept reaching for the bottom with my feet. Finally, I hit it, and that was a really good feeling. Shortly after, Leslie was able to stand up, and we were able to walk out.
All right, I'm standing up.
We got about halfway from walking to shore, and she turned and gave me a big hug.
I think I giggled and hugged Eddie. I hugged the bride I had never met. That was her future father-in-law who just saved me. It felt amazing because I think I realized at that point I'm alive.
You know, we took a photo of the three of us together, reunited Leslie with Phil.
It was very special. Makes you believe that there's good in everybody.
Yeah, it's very humbling.
You know, the next thought was, okay, now we got to go back to this rehearsal.
200 kilometers south in Swannanoa, the floodwaters are finally beginning to recede around Benjamin Larrabee's trailer.
There's my feet.
Eventually, the rain stopped. I think that was around 1:30 that the water was down enough where we could, you know, get out and actually walk around.
Look at this. The river wiped all this stuff out. There's my car. There's our little Ranger, or one of our little work trucks.
It was just complete devastation. You know, trailers just demolished and crushed, and I had no idea how that trailer stood there. It's the smallest trailer in the whole lot, and all the other ones pretty much got wiped away.
Look at that.
Oh, I lost everything I had. Yeah, I feel very lucky to, you know, just be alive and to be past something like this. You know, it's difficult to think about, but you know, you can't get caught up in that. You know, you kind of have to try to look forward and move forward.
As the water begins to dry up, the people of Marshall start the clear-up process.
This amazing thing happened where people just came. We just came to the town. We all just showed up together, and we were like, I guess we just get started. You can see the remnant of the watermark strong at 26'9", but I saw it hit 27. We're united in this town, and I've committed to reopening and rebuilding.
Chimney Rock Village was absolutely devastated. It's a very, very sad time for us. The whole river moved all the way over. So the river used to be further that way. It completely changed course. We are hoping that Chimney Rock Village builds back stronger than ever. Mother Nature has carved her new course in the river, and now we have to build around her.
I want people to understand that this story is not a story of destruction. Like, that's the opening chapter. But our story is a story of human resilience and perseverance and community and love. And that's the story that we're telling.
The weather.
Tornado, stay low!
The pulse of the earth. And an uncontrollable force.
Our island is in trouble!
As global temperatures rise,
This might be the last time I'm in my house.
the weather is getting more extreme.
It's an unstoppable force.
And even more catastrophic.
It's the most active I've ever seen it.
With devastating consequence.
You better go! It's coming!
Proving once again that we are no match for the world's deadliest weather.
Oh, dear God.